Welcome to Let's Do Yoga with Joanne, and I'm Joanne. I'm glad you could join me today. A reminder, if we're ever doing a pose that begins to hurt for you, then just back out of it. Having said that, arthritis hurts even if you're just breathing, so you'll have to judge that, whether you can do a pose or not, if it's due to arthritis. So we'll begin with a breathing exercise. Seniors, we tend to breathe a little bit shallow. So we want to try and bring our breath in and feel it fill our full lung, that our chest rises and our ribs come out to the side and our belly fills up. So right down into that diaphragm. That's what we want to do today. And we'll inhale for the count of 6 and exhale for the count of 6. If you start to get dizzy, then just stop and join us in the next activity. And closing your eyes, having your shoulders directly over those hips, and an open to the front of your body. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. A little bit of exercise for the lungs there. So some movement. We're going to do a little bit of exercise for the neck and the shoulders at the same time. When I say look up, I just mean at a 45-degree angle. I don't mean to throw your head way back, okay? So the arms come up and you look at about that 45-degree angle. That's your inhale. On the exhale, the arms come down and you look down at about a 45-degree angle. Next inhale, the right arm comes up and look to the right. Bring that right hand down on the exhale and look forward and 45 degrees down. Inhale to the left. That left arm comes up and you look to the left. On the exhale, that arm is going to come down and you're going to look forward and then down at about 45 degrees. And again, inhale, 45 degrees up, arms come up. Exhale, arms come down and 45 degrees down. I'm talking about the angle. Inhale, looking right, raise the right arm. Exhale, put the right arm down and looking downwards and forward. Inhale, lift the left arm up and looking left. Exhale, and looking forward and somewhat down. Last time, inhale, 45 degrees up, no farther. Exhale, 45 degrees down. Inhale, right arm, look right. Exhale, bring that arm down. Inhale, left arm, look left. Exhale, the left arm comes down. Good, and maybe we'll just roll that out a little bit. So we want to do a little bit different cat-cow. On the exhale, I'm going to open up, not up here, but more to the side and down. So this is my inhale. I'm opening up the whole front of me. And then on the exhale, I'm going to do a rounding of the back. I'm going to lift my right leg and try and lay that belly against my spine. That's how empty I want it. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, left leg. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, right leg. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, left leg. Inhale, open that up. Exhale, right leg. This is our last set. Inhale, open that up. And exhale, right leg. And you can put that foot down. So we're just going to do some train wheels to the back. So train wheels means your arms are doing this motion. So it's actually working more in the shoulders than anywhere else, although your elbows and your upper arms are getting it too. So a nice small circle to begin with. And pay attention to those shoulder blades. Are you beginning to feel them? Go ahead and do a medium size train wheels, and maybe you can feel those shoulder blades moving a bit more. So if you think about it, when you get here and bring those elbows down, you can feel those shoulder blades traveling down your spine. So now make it a big wheel, as big as you can take it, and you can probably really feel those shoulder blades starting to work now. All right, we want to come into a seated gate pose. My right knee is going to stay pointed forward, and my left leg, I'm going to scooch over to the side of my chair. My left leg is going to come out to the side. If that's too difficult for you, then just have it somewhat forward. Try and get the leg straight though. If that is bent, you don't get that work in the hip or in the inner thigh. Whereas if the leg is straight, you will tend to get a little more work in your hip and in your inner thigh. So to the side or wherever you can get it. Okay, this is my left leg that's out to the side. I want to slide my left arm down and lift my right arm up. That is my inhale. I'm going to open up those ribs to the right. On my exhale, I want to take that elbow and put it down on this thigh, my right thigh. So my right elbow onto my right thigh. I'm still open. I'm not caving in, and I'm going to lift that left arm up and over this time. Okay? And then I'll bring it down. So that's one set. Let's get it all done with the breath now. Inhale, reverse gate. Exhale, modified side angle. That's this one. Inhale, bringing that left arm up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, the right arm comes up. Exhale, it comes down to the thigh. Inhale, the left arm comes up. And exhale, it comes down to the thigh. And then bring that left leg in. Do a little shake on that, and then move over to the other side of the chair so that now my left knee is bent and facing forward, and my right leg is out to the side, or wherever it works for you, wherever you can place it. All right, I want to slide my right hand down my right leg. Remember, it looks opposite to you, and my left hand comes up. This is my inhale. My exhale brings that left hand down. The next inhale, and I place the left elbow onto the thigh. The next inhale has my right arm up. And then on the exhale, I bring that down. So 2 more of those, okay? So inhale, the left arm comes up. And exhale, it comes down and places the elbow on the thigh. Inhale, the right arm comes up. And exhale, so it comes down and that hand comes back to that straight leg. Inhale, the left arm comes up. Exhale, and the left elbow comes onto the thigh. Inhale, and the right arm comes up. And then it comes down on the exhale. Okay, I think we're pretty warmed up. Let's go ahead and get into our standing flow. So, the standing flow has 2 parts to it. First of all, we'll do a simple stairway to heaven. I remember doing this waiting in line in elementary school for something, if you can imagine remembering that far back. That was a long time ago, 60 years ago or more. So I'm just kind of gentle to begin with. And then as my body gets used to it, I'm going to start bringing those arms a little higher and really kind of whacking it kind of whacks hard on the body when you bring those arms higher. Seriously, don't you remember doing this in line and kind of getting the kid next to you and then everybody was in trouble? I totally remember that. All right, good. So that's kind of warmed up my back and it all feels pretty good. I want to, from here, do a wide leg forward fold. So I'm just going to move my chair a little so you can see me. So I've got this wide leg and I'm walking my feet out, and you can do that with your hands on the chair if you like, if that feels a little better. And I just want to go ahead and walk them out. Now, you can either bend the elbows so that you come down below the head, below the heart temporarily, and then come back up. Or if you're feeling really stable and there's someone else in the house, you're not by yourself, you can bring your hands onto your legs and come down, and then come back up. Okay, so 2 reasons you don't want to be alone. One, you're bringing that head below the heart, right? So it's below the heart. That's always a cautionary moment. And then you're coming back up, which you could get somewhat stuck and not have the strength to come all the way up. But the chair is in front of you to help you. Let's just do one more. So I'm going to bend forward again and then come back up. I'm going to keep those legs nice and wide and put my left hand onto the chair. And with my right hand, I'm going to come all the way up. And then I'm going to feed it through, like thread the needle. So my right hand is going to reach all the way to that left hand side between my left hand and my thighs. There's that space. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale and thread the needle all the way through. Inhale all the way up. And thread the needle. You didn't know it was a quilting class. You thought it was yoga, but here we are, threading the needle. Put that right hand down on the chair, and the left hand is going to reach all the way up. And then it's going to feed all the way through. You add your breath to that. It's inhale on the way up, and exhale as you thread the needle. And inhale all the way up, and exhale as you thread the needle. All right. Bring that hand back to the chair. Walk those feet in. Maybe do a little shimmy. And my right foot is going to come forward, facing straight ahead with the foot. We're coming into Warrior Two. My back foot is going to come back. And do you see that my back foot is parallel with the front of this chair? It's like 90 degrees to the front foot. One is pointed that way, and the other one, the back one, is straight out to the side. Okay, so now guaranteed we've done this with our lower back, called duck butt, and we want to tilt that tailbone a little more under us to protect the lower back. Oh, that's my little dog. My arms are going to come out at shoulder height, and there I have them at shoulder height. And inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, and exhale. So let's now take this Warrior Two into Peaceful Warrior. So our inhale then reaches straight up, and our exhale comes down to shoulder height. Inhale is straight up. Exhale is shoulder height. Inhale is straight up. And exhale is shoulder height. And then we just come out of that, keeping our feet nice and wide, stretching like we have 2 bungee cords pulling on our wrists. And then bending those knees and coming into this goddess. And coming out of that. So we have to do that on the other side. I'm going to bring my left foot forward now. Let me just switch this around so you can see me. And so my left foot now is forward and my right foot is back. Left toes are pointing that way. Right toes are pointing that way. So it's like this 90-degree thing. Okay. Tuck that tailbone under you. Bring those hands to shoulder height and inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. So we'll add Peaceful Warrior. Inhale, the arm comes up in the front and the back hand comes down. Exhale, and they both come back to shoulder height for Warrior Two. Inhale is Peaceful Warrior. Exhale is Warrior Two. Inhale is Peaceful Warrior. Exhale is warrior two. I want to keep my feet wide, but I'm now going to have both toes pointing out and both heels pointing in. This is star. So there's bungee cords pulling on my wrists, opening up my ribs on both sides. And then I'm going to come into goddess. Here I am in goddess. This will give you something to play with. So go on the toes of your right foot and lift the right heel. Put that right heel down. Go on the toes of your left foot, lift the left heel. Put that heel down. Yeah, we're going to go for both. So you're going to go on the toes of both. This is where you might want your chair in front of you, and lift both heels. And then put those heels down and straighten those legs. And you can say, thank goodness that's done. And then let's just do a quick balancing table. So I'm gonna have the chair kind of sideways to me, and both hands come on the seat. I'm gonna back up and lift my right leg to about hip height, and then take out my left arm so that I'm balancing, right? Balancing table. And I'm gonna bring that left arm down and the right leg down. Switch sides. My left leg comes to hip height and my right arm comes straight out. Both down, and we'll try that one more time. Right leg straight out, left arm is straight out. So I'm balancing with my right hand and my left leg. The left arm comes down. My left leg goes up to hip height and my right arm comes out. And I am balancing with my left hand and my right foot. And then they both come down. You could probably feel that a little bit on the back side. Okay, let's have a seat. And we want to just do a quick couple of stretches. So we'll thread the needle now seated. And the way you do that is you take that right hand and bring it across both thighs. And as you lean forward, you're going to allow that arm to travel to the outside of the left leg, right? So my right hand comes across, my left arm and hand travels across my left leg further and further out as I lean forward. So you might allow the weight of your body to help stretch out that shoulder, but it might not. You know, you might be up here more. That's okay. And we just kind of hold that for a little bit, letting the stretch happen naturally. And come up, and we'll thread the needle on the other side. So now my left hand kind of comes across both these thighs. My back is nice and straight and I'm leaning forward. And as I lean forward, my left hand travels towards the right and I stretch out that left shoulder. I find if you've been doing some gardening, a lot of digging and pulling weeds, this just feels really good at the end. When you come in the house and you're about to have coffee, before you grab that coffee, go ahead and do that shoulder stretch. Thread the needle, it's a good one. Okay, I'll do a hamstring stretch as well. So I'm stretching my leg out straight, relaxing my foot. And then I want my back nice and straight, like there's a broomstick in there. I'm going to turn my torso right over that straight leg. And I might even put my other hand on the other leg and just lean forward until I can feel a stretch in the back of that leg. That's my hamstring talking to me. And then if you want it to travel down to your calf, to stretch out your calf, go ahead and flex that foot and you'll feel it travel more into your calf than in your whole hamstring. You'll feel it. And come on out of that. We'll take it to the other side. So my left leg is straight. My foot is relaxed, kind of pointing forward. I'm going to bring my torso over that leg. My torso is straight and solid. I'm going to move only from the waist, bending forward over that leg. And I can feel my hamstrings on the back of that left leg. And I just hold for a little bit. And then flex that foot and it travels into my calf just like that. Oh my goodness, I can sure feel that. And then let's lift ourselves out of that and lean back into your chair. We'll do a tension and release relaxation. So first of all, the elbows come back and down a little bit so that your shoulder blades slide down your spine. Can you feel that? How they settle down and it lowers the shoulders away from the ears. The elbows come back and down. And just like that, your shoulders release from your ears. All right, and then lean into your chair, letting your lower back press into the back of the chair. That's a message to your body to relax. Close your eyes. And we'll begin by tensing the feet and relax. We'll do the ladder system, which means the second one is tense the feet and the calves and relax. Okay, so we're going to go back up that ladder, tense the feet, tense the calves, tense the thighs and the butt. And release. So once more, we got to go up the ladder, tense the feet, the calves, the thighs, the butt, and that belly band between the belly button and the top of the pelvis. Tighten that up. And release. Our final tension portion, you're going to tighten the feet, the calves, the thighs, the butt, make a fist, and let that tension travel from the fist to the forearm to the upper arm. And hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release fully. And in that state of relaxation, release the lower jaw from the upper jaw. Soften all those muscles around your cheeks and your eyes. See if you can smooth that furrow between the eyebrows, the 11 furrow. Maybe spend about 20 seconds, I'll do the countdown, just bringing your mind back to your breath. So if you start to stray and think about your grocery list or what you're going to do next, bring yourself back to your breathing. And starting now. And then slowly opening your eyes. Once again, I thank you for joining me. And if you found the video useful, please press like or share or subscribe so it gets out to a few more folks. And may your inner light shine for all to see. Namaste.